The amendment to the Penal Code to make stalking an offence was passed unanimously in the Dewan Rakyat on Wednesday after 2 rounds of debate. Louise Tan from Women's Aid Organization highlights some of the concerns surrounding the current law related to acts of stalking and why the amendments are important.
The law currently states that stalking is defined as a repeated act of harassment. What this doesn't include is also acts of stalking that are continuous. So instead of an act that is repeated, it's just one long continuous act. So such as, for example, the perpetrator follows the target from their work to their school and then to their home. So that's not a repeated act, but it is a continuous one. But even under the current definitions of the law, there is still quite a lot, there is still more ground for PDRM to act on compared to before. And we feel that the more important thing is that it's passed into law. And also the important thing is also so that now that stalking is codified as a crime, we can actually now start collecting data, and PDRM can start collecting data and statistics about the prevalence of stalking and who is affected by it, what is the effectiveness of the law. And perhaps once we start with that, there will be more. Once we start with that, there will be more data and evidence to support these other amendments that we would like to include.
The bill aims to insert a new section 507A to provide for the offence of stalking, including acts considered an offence, and to provide a maximum penalty of 3 years jail or a fine or both. Louise said this gives survivors the right to access protection under the law.
Survivors of stalking are not able to access protections under the law. The law has certain limitations. So, for instance, a survivor who has experienced multiple acts of stalking on different occasions may only be able to get the police to act on, let's say, one of them, one of the police reports that they make, unless the situation is severe enough, which we don't, it's not good for the survivor to wait until that extent. Yeah. So with this law, not only does it empower the police to act on these cases of stalking, it also allows the survivors to access protection orders similar to what we have already under the Domestic Violence Act, which can prevent escalating harassment and retaliation from the perpetrator once an investigation paper is opened. And really importantly, so compared to the last time, so the important changes are that the law has the law that is tabled now has included a definition of stalking, including following and tracking a person. And it's also made the violation of protection orders into a seizable offense. So this means that if the protection order is violated, the perpetrator can be arrested for it.